Hello friends and welcome to Sustainable Prepping, your home for fear-free emergency preparedness and a sustainable life. My name is Brecky and today I am showing you the 2-week mini vlog that I have been doing of turning our little basement dugout corner into a fallout shelter. You'll hear the kids playing in the background, you'll see my very messy house, this is real life, but I wanted to show you what a real family with very little carpentry skills, an incredibly tight budget, and being a renter in a home that isn't ours, what we're doing to create a mini fallout shelter in our basement today. Do I think we're going to use it? No, I really hope we never use it, but just in case we're putting it together, I'm going to show you the food, the snacks, the stuff that we're creating our mini fallout shelter with. If you're new here, I want to say a great big welcome. I'm glad you found our slice of the internet, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit the all when you click that bell icon. They don't always show you all my videos, so click all to make sure you never miss a single episode of fear-free emergency preparedness content. And yes, this is fear-free because I don't think we're gonna have a nuclear strike, but it's possible, so we're doing it all together, doing it in a fear-free way. I'm gonna take you along and you're gonna see over the next 2 weeks that have already happened how we started putting together a fallout shelter. Again, this is not perfect, but it's what we're doing on what we have. Let's get started. Okay, so here is the area that we would be using as our shelter in place. So if you look, right, there's the floor, and then there's this like dugout flat section. We have a single light bulb, and then like the furnace stuff over here, and then this very creepy back section that I have never really explored. But would need to, should we need to shelter in place. So this, well, clearly one of the goals is to get all this stuff taken out of here, right? We have our summer inner tubes, and we have actually some of our gear here that I'll need to clean out. And this area I'm going to stock. Now, this is the rest of my basement. You can see all of my laundry because we are behind this week. I've got our water storage here. I'm going to be adding more to this, but the only parts that come out, so everything is in a dirt dugout. If you look up there, we are at ground. That's the ground. So we do have a couple of windows, and then if you were in my backyard, the only exposed area is this door. So I think that there's the Wonder Wash, right? I think that in an intense radiation, we could stay in here 72 hours, maybe up to a week, and then we could, if I can figure out something to put on the windows for the slightly lower grade radiation, we could then venture out and have the entire basement. So this is the area I'm working with. So not a lot of floor space. Clearly we gotta designate one area for supplies, lay some mattresses up here, probably put the emergency potty stuff back that way. And then I got to figure out how to block this open doorway. That's what I got to figure out how to block. But this is a space I'm working with. Also, I'm taking you through vlog style kind of things I am packing. And if you wanted something Pinterest worthy, you are not in the right place. I am redoing our bug out bags. I need to get a 4th bag. Back in the day when my kids were a lot smaller, we had 3 bags, and one the younger boys would sort of switch off, but now we're going to update and I'm going to get a 4th. I'm going to be going through my bags. I have a box of Mountain House that I'm going to be redistributing, and I am updating a lot of our snacks. So things like this for quick calories if we need to be moving, but then things like this, okay? And the reason I'm gonna be going through our bug out bags, you might be saying, this is a video about a fallout shelter, because we're gonna use these as a base. If we have to run downstairs fast, we'll grab our bug out bags and they will have food, they'll have water, they'll have supplies in them, and they'll also be ready for any other future emergency. So that's where I'm starting. Okay, as we are working on getting our little basement dugout into a mini fallout shelter, I wanted to show you the first of the crates that I'm going to be taking down there. Now, this is not meant to be a permanent fixture. I'm going to leave these down there for a week, couple of weeks, maybe up to a couple of months, just as the tension right now is high. Now, if it continues to be high, it looks like it'll be something that needs to be more permanent, then I will redesign these. But I wanted something fast rather than having to order a snapping lid section. I had these foldable crates on hand. So The first thing is I have one of these, and I actually have a second one I'm going to go find and stick in here, but these are milk. It's powdered milk, and this is not for like, you know, 20-year shelf life. I have several cans of that, number 10 cans of that, but instead of cracking into something that huge, I'm going to get 2 of these small ones that should serve us for about 2 weeks is my guess. It'll be about 2 weeks, primarily for the toddlers, okay? Well, one toddler, because my other toddler can't drink cow milk. So this is one set of milk. We've got bowls in here. I already have some of these down stored in my basement, but I'm just adding some more. We've got gluten-free granola bars. These will be for my gluten-free son, and then 2 things of baby wipes with a plastic bag to keep them, once they're open, to keep them wet. We'll be using those for cleansing. So here we have some more gluten-free crackers, okay? These are just for my gluten-free son. I'm gonna stick some more gallon bags in here to keep these once they're opened. We have the goat milk for my daughter, my toddler, who can't drink regular milk, and I'll be probably getting a second one of these in another crate. Disinfecting wipes, more granola bars. We'll go pretty quickly. These are both fruit pouches, okay? These are 2 things of fruit pouches in the Mylar bags, the squeezable fruit pouches. So there are 24, it's 12 in each, so there's 24 of those. This is Ripple, it's pea milk, again, for my daughter who's cow milk free. This is an option. We could also put this in coffee or tea. Saltines, so there's 2 things of saltines. 2 things of apple juice here, organic apple juice. And this was under the recommendation, I was going to put some anyway, but under the recommendation that the pectin in apple juice can help with heavy metal detoxification if you're exposed to radiation. I've got 2 of these, and probably will get 2 more. I have got, this is a fire spray, okay, simple fire spray that hopefully won't explode quite as much as an extinguisher. This is a saline spray. A little bug spray in case some bugs start crawling in with us. There's duct tape down there, the hydrogen peroxide that will go with our big emergency kit, some lotion, just some basic vitamin E lotion, and the SAM splint. So that is what is going to be in this crate. All right, and so here's the kit I showed you. This is that first aid kit with the survival medicine handbook. All of it is fit in here, and aside from our prescriptions, it's ready to go. Okay, here is the second crate of stuff. This is all from my working pantry, okay? Remember, I teach a 3-tier system. Your working pantry is your first line of defense. This is the stuff you use every day, commercially canned. None of this is from my midterm storage. None of this is from my long-term storage. So I have this big stack of salmon. So we don't eat a ton of this, but I got it from Costco, and that's 6 cans of salmon. I've got more soup here, and some coconut milk here, and then I've got 2 gluten-free Annies. I probably put a 3rd one in there, and I've got 3 non-gluten-free, just mac and cheese, some hot chocolate mix just for morale, okay? One of my sons really loves that, and then some lighters, of course. We've got a gluten-free pancake mix, and this is also gluten-free pancake mix. Instead of having 2 different kinds, we're just going to all eat gluten-free. And then some regular pasta noodles. I got to go grab a box of gluten-free pasta. Haven't done that, so this is a good reminder to me. Okay, this is a box of wine. I don't know if you guys can see that it is a box of red wine from Trader Joe's that my in-laws brought to us a little while ago. So if we are stuck down there for 3 weeks, my husband and I are probably gonna want a little bit of wine. Okay, we got some instant oatmeal. It's got 10 packages. You know, that's a couple of mornings. Some honey to add to sweeten things. I think a coconut milk. I probably should put a second one of these so we can make curry. We've got a giant thing of tomato sauce that I could turn into 2 different servings of pasta, some olive oil. This is salt, okay, just some regular old salt. And this is open. One of the things if you know about radiation, anything that's open, you can't keep. If it's completely sealed, you can keep it. If it's open and it's exposed, you gotta toss it. So I'm taking some of the open stuff down with us. All right, we got some jelly, we've got green tea, we've got another soup over here. We've got activated charcoal in case someone barfs. That should go with the medical stuff, but it didn't fit. We've got a bag of lentils. See how thin this is? This would not be good for radiation, okay? This is too thin and porous, so it's coming with us. You're not gonna see dry beans because they take so much effort to cook, so I'm not gonna bother with that right now. All right, we got some spices over here. 21 seasoning salute. This goes with everything. 2 things of squeezable peanut butter just to make my life easy. Less spoons and cleanup mess. And then we got a ton of these soups, all right? The good thing about these soups is that they are not from concentrate. These have the liquid inside them. So all of the soups here, okay, lentil vegetable and tomato bisque and, you know, vegetarian chili and more lentil veggies and more vegetarian chili. All of these are basically 2 meals if I make rice with them. And I don't have to add any water, so I don't have to worry about conserving my water. Okay, here's a jar of salsa. Right, and that is one of my food boxes, all from my actual working pantry, and you can barely tell. There's a couple of holes, but my working pantry is still gonna work just fine. Okay, y'all, sorry for the bad lighting. I'm upstairs in our guest room office and putting together a big bucket that I'm gonna take downstairs, a big tote that will go down into our emergency fallout shelter. This is drawn from my 90-day food storage. So those of you who know, have been around, I teach a 3-tier system. Your working pantry, which I've already drawn from, your midterm pantry, which I base around a meal plan, and for me I have it for 90 days, and then your long-term food storage, which is your dried grains and beans and things that will last for decades. So this is a mix of things. I have things like cheese, I have things like freeze-dried veggies. This is some Augustin Farm veggie stew and lots of different meat options. And then here is, woo. Okay, here it is. It's a thing of pancake mix. Like I said before, I had to redo my meal plan because we won't have access to an oven if we're down there. So I've got 4 of these Thrive Life mashed potatoes because those are so easy. You just boil water and mix. And then I have several different kinds of meat. So is this the diced beef or the chopped beef? Anyway, there's beef, there's chicken, more different kinds of beef. That's beef. And then I have this veggie soup mix, so I could make a beef and veggie soup, or this is chicken and veggie soup. I got these a couple of years ago. This is real butter from New Zealand, and it's already made up, so I wouldn't have to like mix water to make it from butter powder. So I got a couple of those, which would be a treat for sure. Cheese, veggies. I gotta grab some fruit. My daughters have been trying to steal it, so I have a couple things of fruit in here to add, but this will be what I take down to supplement the other boxes of stuff that's commercially canned, right? It's grocery store canned, not kind of like specialty canned, and this will go downstairs. All right, friends, so here is the space that we are going to be turning into our makeshift fallout shelter. Again, a few more things to bring down here, but I wanted to go ahead and get this up. Brought in an old rug, and this is our entertainment kit that I did a video about. Water here, a hand pump for our 5-gallon bucket, so it's easier to get the water out. This needs to be added to one of these. I've just been running stuff down here. Our food buckets, as I showed you guys before, this is all the stuff that has come from our working pantry. Okay, this is all working pantry stuff, and I have showed you all the freeze-dried stuff. I just got to run it down here. I haven't had a chance because I'm adding the fruit. I gotta find the fruit to add. So just remember, when you're packing up stuff, you need measuring items, you know, utensils. These are things that my family won't miss, so I brought them down here, like a hot mitt for anything hot that we're going to use, disinfectant wipes, extra bowls, you know, all that stuff. Charcoal, I have another bag actually that's up in my kitchen that I need to run down here. I've got some seats so that we don't have to be down on the floor. And again, I think I showed you guys this before, but this is our emergency potty and the kitty litter. Actually, I have another thing of kitty litter in the bigger part of the downstairs, and then that has all of our kind of cold and flu meds. And it's not a big space, right? It's definitely a dugout. This is all underground here. All of this is underground. Someone made a comment that the wiring needs to go up to code. I am a renter, so, you know, I have to ask the folks. This was built in the 20s. I don't know if anyone's gonna force it. I live in West Virginia, so I don't think anyone's gonna come in here and code inspect. But the only part of this space that's a danger is, and you can see my laundry room and the pile of laundry still to do, is this door. So our plan will be that if we get, you know, the air sirens go off or the national security, you know, call comes in and we have a few minutes, the boys will run upstairs and grab a large, one of our mattresses. They'll get one of the big mattresses and they'll bring it downstairs, and that will be their job, and it will cover this door. Is it perfect? No, but it's what we have. And I don't know how to build things, and so that will be the plan. And then my husband will grab the babies and bring them down here, and then he will bring all of this water. So I have another one to fill up. He'll bring all this water and he'll just drag it into here, okay? So that we'll have lots of fresh water already stored in here. And then I will get our Berkey, and I will get our go bag. This is not the perfect setup, and I know it's not the perfect setup, but the plan really is 72 hours up to maybe 1 week of radiation where we really need to stay in this back room. And then after 1 week, even if we need to stay indoors, we could probably, if we cover these windows, be in this larger space. So it would just give us a little bit more space. So the plan would be to just kind of hole up in here. I've got some blankets that I need to find a Rubbermaid container to put in, and they'll come down here. I've got flashlights already down here. I've got batteries. So that's working on, friends. I do have a couple of ideas, like getting a piece of plywood to help cover that door, but I really am not quite sure. This is not my skill set, but I wanted to take you along and show you what a real life family with real life budget, real life skills is actually doing. Comment down below and let me know, are you putting together your own family fallout shelter? Are you trying to create a space where you are on a limited budget? I know that that's certainly something that we are working on, is a very, very limited budget, and we're in a house that we don't own, so we can't do any permanent changes. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments, and like always, friends, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, come and find me on Instagram and Facebook. Everything is down in the description, and until the next video, happy prepping.